a lot of people perceive or have the idea that in order to be a leader, to be running a 7-figure plus business, in order to be on so many stages, that you must be busy. So that brought up this conversation around the luxury of less, because really doing less is the gateway to more in so many ways. One of my secrets, you could say, has been my ability to keep myself very unoccupied, to the point of boredom. Actually, I strive for boredom, because boredom is a portal through which innovation can come through. It's a portal through which creativity is born. You will notice, if you've ever had an experience in your life when you are so busy and you're doing all of the things, it's very easy to get stuck in the doingness of everything. And you will notice that it becomes harder, becomes really hard to actually see what your next step is. And before you know it, you're on this hamster wheel doing the same thing again and again and again. You look back over the past few months, past few years, and you're like, I haven't made any progress really, but it felt so heavy, and it felt like I was running a marathon. So the first secret, it's not really a secret, but it's a challenge, is that you get to practice the art of the no. The art of no. No, 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 no. How many of you have had challenges saying no in your past? Or maybe up to this present moment, and now you're deciding, okay, no. No to that. And now we're going to step into this new future. Progress doesn't have to be perfection. What we're asking for is progress. Yes, yes, yes. All right. This is a very common challenge because our society rewards the yeses. Even when those yeses are contradictory to your authentic desire. I just want you to take a look around. We glorify people who martyr themselves, who run themselves ragged into the ground. And when they die, we talk about how wonderful it was that they had no life and that they never fulfilled their dreams because they sacrificed them for everyone else. What you have to understand is this is like the kiss of death for your calling. Because every time you say yes to something that is not in alignment for you, it's not desired by you, it's not expansive for you, it's not actually even in the highest good. When you do that, you say no to something that is expansive, in service, enlightening. When you say yes to those things that are in alignment, you say no to something that is misaligned. So that sounds super philosophical, and it's really not. I gave you the context of how this meeting of us came into being, and it was because I make a regular practice to say no. I say no to everything for the most part first. It was because I say no to so many things. In fact, about 99% of things I say no to. Even if you ask me, Makosi, will you pass the salt? I say no. And then I feel into it, like, do I actually want to give you the salt? Okay, I would like for you to have some salt. And then I say, okay, here you go. And I've actually been practicing like being more firm in those no's. Be like, hell no. Which of course always makes people laugh and catches them off guard. And then it turns into a beautiful bonding moment. But it's because of doing that again and again and again that when the aligned opportunities show up, I have space. Space. Space in my actual time on my calendar. There's room there. I don't have to like move a bunch of stuff around or try and cram it in. There's also space in my thinking to be able to actually think, because I didn't have a whole bunch of things to do this morning. So all I did was just think about what I was going to say to you all. Right? Space emotionally, because it means I have time to actually process all of my own stuff. And that creates space for me to be in service and to be fully present with the people that I am here and who I am called to serve. And actually, I think I'm gonna rewind that because I don't want to say serve. Because even to say serve, also to me, now that I'm saying it out loud, kind of disempowers actually. So I'm going to reclaim that. And instead, I'm going to choose express. I'm going to choose express because in my life, I desire to express my essence, and whoever is in alignment with that is welcome to receive it. It's not my responsibility to make them receive it or try to manipulate them and get them to.